Good evening, everyone. It is once again Ted the Speed Learner, and tonight I'm going to start a series of videos on this. This is my Samsung J3 Orbit smartphone. Okay, and this is the first video in this video series. And before I get into this, I wanted to let you know that I'm running a live stream right now. I have my laptop right next to me, and I'm reading the notes from my laptop. And I'm going to show you guys in this series of videos how to actually operate this Samsung J3 Orbit smartphone. And there were just so many details, I decided not to do it in just one video. I wanted to make a whole video series about it. That way you can see what all the features are on this Samsung J3 Orbit phone. Okay. So, first thing I have to tell you guys is that the phone actually has 3 buttons on it, and the first one's over here. It's on the right hand side. This is the power button. When you have to turn the phone on for the very first time, you're going to have to hold this power button down until the splash screen turns on, because this thing has a splash screen. And after it turns on, just let go of the button. It will boot up, and then I'll tell you what to do next. But in the meantime, there are 2 volume buttons on this thing. One's volume up, and it's the top button. The other is right underneath it. It's the volume down button. Alright, this thing has 2 cameras. One's way up on top here, right where my finger is, and the other is, of course, on the back. And that way, you can actually take a picture of yourself. If you're aiming this like this, you can get a picture of yourself. And if you want to take a picture of something else, say I want to take a picture of my laptop, I could aim this towards my laptop and take a picture of that. And I will show you how to do that later in this video series. Okay. So anyway, when you first switch on your smartphone, your phone will look like this. And I have an illustration. You're seeing it right now on your screen as you're watching this video. The green phone receiver on the left will allow you to make a call. The red camera symbol on the right will allow you to take a photo. Now, neither of these options will work until you have logged into your device. Okay, it's just saying that you have these features available to you, but you have to log in to actually use them. Alright, so at the top of your phone you will see the current time as well as the current date. You may also see other symbols. If you see the bird symbol, that's the Twitter symbol, and they're notifying you that there's a tweet that you should read. Okay, it's probably a tweet. You've probably followed somebody on Twitter, and that person has posted up a tweet, and it's saying, hey, this person posted up a tweet and you haven't read it yet. Alright. If you see a box with a letter F inside of it, it means that your phone is trying to tell you that somebody has made a Facebook post, one of your Facebook friends has left a post, and you ought to read it. Okay? If you see the YouTube play symbol on the top of your screen, that actually means that somebody has uploaded a video to YouTube, like myself, and you probably should go and watch that video. Okay? These are what they call push notifications. And there is a way to turn that feature off on your phone, and I will tell you how to do that in a later video. Okay? You may see other symbols on there. You may see the Instagram symbol, and that would tell you that somebody has uploaded a photo, or somebody has commented on one of your photos, or maybe liked one of your photos, or maybe they're doing a live stream on Instagram, which you can do. But whatever the case may be, that's where it is. And that's what it is. It's a push notification from Instagram. You may be receiving push notifications from TikTok, Snapchat, doesn't matter. Okay. Alrighty. Now, there are a few other symbols at the top of your smartphone. I used a green arrow to point to them. The first symbol is a speaker. This will show whether the speaker is muted, or it'd be it's your phone's speaker. Whether the speaker is muted or you're actually able to listen to it. If the speaker's muted, then probably this thing has a vibrate mode, and it'll let you know through vibrations that you got some. Now, one of the other things you might see, and I'll go ahead and show this to you. Way back in the day, we used to have something called an answering machine. And it'll look like this. And now that's called voicemail, and you may see your voicemail on there, and if you do, that means somebody's left a voicemail message for you. If you see the phone receiver, then that means somebody's tried to call you, and you may want to call them back. Now, another thing you may see up here is a set of curved lines. These curved lines indicate that you are near a internet hotspot, okay? Like in your house. If you have Wi-Fi internet, that would indicate the Wi-Fi internet. And yes, I have Wi-Fi internet in my house, so when I'm in my house, it says, yep. Now, it may also reveal a Wi-Fi hotspot, and if it's a free hotspot, you can just log right on in. No big deal. If it's not a free Wi-Fi hotspot, you may not be able to log in. It's just like your friends. If you go to your friend's house, your friend may have a login for you so you can get into their internet. Whatever. Okay. Now, the next set of lines you'll see are vertical bars. They look like columns that you would see in a Roman Colosseum. That indicates that that is your wireless provider. Okay? And your wireless provider is where you'd be getting your internet from if you're not getting your internet from your Wi-Fi. Okay? And it's also how you send and receive phone calls. Okay? Now, the final symbol that I'll discuss here looks like a battery, and that's precisely what it's doing. It's telling you how much power your phone has left, and if that battery is low, you may want to recharge it. Okay? Now, if you swipe the screen upwards with your finger, you can unlock the phone. When you do, the phone will ask you to type your password into the phone. And then the phone's keyboard will appear on the screen. Now, believe it or not, this phone is sophisticated. And if you buy a USB keyboard, you can actually, I believe it's Bluetooth, that thing. It would have to be a Bluetooth. You wouldn't do it through USB. You'd do it actually through Bluetooth. You could Bluetooth your keyboard to the phone. You should be able to do that. And I don't have such a keyboard yet, but I eventually will buy one, and then I'll be able to Bluetooth the keyboard. Now, the smartphone keyboard will appear when you're trying to log in. Once you type your password into the phone, you will see this screen. Okay, you're actually seeing something on your as you're watching this video right now, you're actually seeing something on the screen. Look at the top of the screen. You will see a digital clock indicating the current time of day. If you've downloaded a weather app, like apparently I have by accident, the current conditions may be displayed on your screen. If you want to search for something on the internet using the Google search engine, just tap the search box I've highlighted with the yellow arrow. The smartphone keyboard will appear, and then you can type keywords into the search box. Actually, in this particular case, what's going to happen is that the Google search engine will appear on your screen, and you can actually type whatever you're trying to search for into that box. Now, if you tap the microphone, you can actually say what you want to look for. You would actually say aloud the keywords you're looking for, and then it will find it for you. Alright, now, obviously, if you're typing it in, once you type in all the keywords, what you're going to do is you're going to actually press the magnifying glass, which is, of course, the thing that triggers off the search. If you tap the Google Play Store, you can find apps to download on your phone. Now, this can be kind of a good thing, but it can also be kind of a bad thing. Remember, there's not a whole heap of lot of random access memory in this phone. And remember, most of your apps will store onto the RAM of your phone. Okay, there's an internal RAM that it'll store onto. And so I would not store a whole bunch of apps on that, and for a good reason. Alright. Also keep in mind that there are already apps on this phone. You already get the YouTube app, and you get the Facebook app. Okay, so if you store Twitter and Instagram and all these other apps, they take up an awful lot of space all by themselves. Then you go storing a bunch of other apps on here, yeah, it can fill up pretty quick. So again, what happens is that if you store all those apps on there, they are constantly running in the background, they are constantly eating up RAM, and then what happens is at a certain point the phone will slow down, and eventually it just won't run at all. And try updating those things. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, in the next lesson, I will teach you how to make phone calls on your phone and how to operate the calendar on your phone. That's a little, right. I will teach you how to make phone calls, but I will save the calendar thing for a different video. Okay, when I made these notes, I didn't make them very well. So, I will teach you how to make phone calls, and then in a later video, I will actually teach you how to use the calendar feature. Alright. So, thank you very much for watching this presentation, and I will be uploading another episode of this in the not-so-distant future, so I'd like for you to stay tuned.